This is our lesson, How to Draw for Beginners, Part 1, the Quadrant Method. Our objective is to be able to successfully use the quadrant method of drawing to scale up and accurately replicate a reference image. Our first word worth knowing is quadrant drawing. Quadrant drawing is a method of drawing where your reference image and drawing paper are divided into 4 equal quadrants. This method helps break down an image into smaller parts. Our second word worth knowing is sighting. Sighting is when you compare the angles you view in your subject with those in your drawing. You can use a pencil or your thumb to measure proportions. So if you see an artist going like this with one eye closed, they are measuring angles in their subject in order to accurately replicate them on their drawing paper. The quadrant method. Draw what you see, not what you think you see. This is crucial. So right brain drawing. Learning to draw means learning how to see. So Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain is a book developed by Betty Edwards in 1979. I actually have 2 copies of this book. So in this book, she talks about when you draw, you experience a shift in the usual mode of thinking. So you get to what's known as a flow state. So if you play video games, or you play a sport, or you run, some of you guys have probably experienced this when you get so deep into what you're doing, time falls away, all of a sudden it's like 2 hours later, but that's the idea, that's where you want to get to. So you want to be able to make this shift on purpose because it's crucial to learning how to draw from observation. So using the quadrant method is a way to help scaffold us to get into that mode of drawing or that mode of seeing. So quadrant method is a modified version of a grid drawing. You use your reference image and drawing paper and divide it into 4 equal pieces. You use the lines or quadrant as a guide to replicate accurate proportion and details. And it's an easy way to scale up an image or make an image larger. You can increase the size of a reference image or any of your own sketches. It's really useful for making designs large scale. So for instance, if you were going to paint a mural on a wall. And it's really best for working from a reference image or photo, not so much drawing from life, but we'll get there later. All right, so now move on to your practice work and try out the quadrant method. Good job. If you need any help in class, please ask.